Okay, so hi and welcome. Can you hear me? Hello.
Yes, I can.
Okay, so
Hello.
okay, I can hear you. Yeah. Okay, perfect. Okay, so let's go. So basically, I faced some problem on my arc map for reinstalling I again. So now it will be okay and successfully do that. So now let's go. I simply share my screen and try to discuss for today's topic. So now, can you see my screen?
Yes. It's fine. Yes.
So basically, today we try to discuss about the some special analyst. So basically, first of all, we try to discuss about that how we can easily add the or join the tabular data. Okay, so tabular data mainly it can be different types of tabular data we can easily add, and then we can easily make the map. In this time here you can see this tabular data mainly it contains the population. Okay, so it's the contain the population for each district. So here I can find out total 64 district population data, and from here I just simply calculated the area. Suppose east area I calculated for the area, and then from here I find out the density about the population. Okay, then I can easily represent this map as a population density map year of 2023. So first of all, it's a tabular data. So this data I need to add it with my special layer, mainly geospatial layer, and then further I can easily make this type of map. Not only for that, using this process, we can easily create any types of tabular data, represent the geographically or represent on the map. So after that, we also try to discuss about this one technique. So basically, it's the special analyst technique. It's called the IDW. So mainly, it's the inverse distance weighting interpolation. It's an interpolation technique, and we try to discuss about that how we can easily create this type of map. Suppose you can see it show about the groundwater level map in Dhaka city, and from here you can easily identify the groundwater level. So basically in this time I can take only for this value, this value, this value, this value I know, but using this value I just apply the IDW. Mainly it's that interpolation, and mainly interpolation help you to identify for the other place what's the value. Okay, so in this time I also try to discuss about these things one by one. So let's go. So today we try to discuss about the two projects. One is the tabular data mapping, another is the IDW. So I simply open my ArcMap software. Okay, so it's my ArcMap software. So first of all, I simply open my data, which data I want to use in here. So third, I simply open. So here I can get already installed some data. So here you can see this the data. Here I can get a data for population data. Suppose this is the population data in Excel file. Okay, so this population data here you can find out about the population number of each district. Okay, so this is my population data. So I want to use this data, and then I just make the population density map. So this is my data, tabular data. Okay, and also you can see so just I simply open my ArcMap software from here. So first of all I need to connect this folder connection. Okay, so in this time I simply connect the folder, my data folder, in using the catalog tab. So simply click, you can see this is the connect to folder, and you can simply go to your folder which you stored your data. So in this time I store in the E drive. Then simply you can see the third day. Okay, so just I simply add. So now you can see it added a folder connection. You can see about that we can get the third day. Okay, basically this folder is stored by all of those data. So here I import my data. So here you can see the population data. Okay, so it is a population data. Here I can find out. I simply import my shape file about my boundary. So here I can get all of those total 64 district boundary shape file. And here you can see I also get an attribute table. So here you can see attribute table. Okay, so in this time I already do that. So I simply remove that because I will show you for the so just I simply delete this field. Also delete because I will show you the from stress. Okay, so it also delete. Also delete this field. Also delete this field. So in this time here you can say I can get only for this ID, shape and district name. Okay. So it's my attribute table
Yes.
of the shape file. Okay. Which contains total 64 district in Bangladesh. And I have already a data. This data mainly this data population data in Excel file. Here I can get all of those district, how much population I can get from here. So it's a Excel file, but in ArcMap software, we can only apply for CSV file. Okay. So just I simply click on the file and you can save as, click on here and then simply browse. Suppose I want to save it as a CSV. You can see the CSV file, CSV. Okay. Click on the CSV and I put the name, suppose population data CSV. You can put any name, no problem, file name, and then save it. Okay, so then it's saved as a CSV file. So now I can easily add this CSV file in my ArcMap. So this is my CSV file which I created. So now I simply go to my ArcMap and then simply click on here. So this is my directory about my data third day. First of all, after when you add any new data, first of all, you need simply refresh it. Okay, then you can easily find out this data. So now I simply click on the data, population. Here you can see I can get the population data CSV. Okay, population data CSV, which file I created in this time. So just I simply drag and open. So now you can see it also added this CSV file. I just simply open this attribute table. Here I can get also this attribute table feed, district name, and population. In this time, we have to find out a common field. Okay, a common field which is the same for a tabular data and also same for attribute table. Okay, shapefile attribute table. In this time, this is my CSV file. Here I can get a common field, mainly you can see the feed. Okay, you can see feed 0123. It's a common and also district name. But when I open my attribute table, suppose you can see the attribute table, I simply open from here and here I can get the feed. You can see 0123. It's my common field. Okay, so in this time, I use this field and then join it. Basically, this tabular data or Excel file data, I just need to join with my shape file. Okay, so for that you can simply click on the shape file. You can see here a join or relate. So click on the join and you can see it all automatically added my CSV file which I join with my shape file. So for that you can see choose the field in this layer that join will be based on. In this time I want to join based two things. If you want, you can use the district name because district name is the same and feed. Suppose I use the feed. So click on the feed and now keep all records and then OK. So now I simply open my attribute table and here I can find all of those data I can see. So now population data added in my shape file attribute table. Here I can find out. Okay, I can easily get from here. So further, I just make another field and calculated the area of each district area. So for that, click on, you can see the add field and I put this name, suppose area. Okay, and area is the double. I simply put here the double and then okay. And further, I simply click on here and you can see the calculate geometry. Click on here and yes. So in this time, you can see I calculate the area in square kilometer. In square kilometer, similar to square kilometer. Okay, then okay. So now it calculated that a square kilometer of each district, how much area I can get. And I already get the population number. Okay. So now I can easily calculate the population density. Okay. Just simply divide it. The population number divided with area. Then I can get the population density of each district.
The area is calculating automatically.
Yes. So
Okay.
in this time, I just take a new field. You can see add a field and put this field name, suppose density, and put this density as a double and then okay. So it click a new field, you can see density So further, I simply click on here, and you can see here the field calculator. Click on here, then yes. So in this time, I just need to select the population number divided by area. Okay. So mainly this is the population number divided by total area. So area, I can see the area. So now I just simply click the OK. So now it calculated that population density of each district. Here you can get this type of value. So you can get the population density. Okay, for each district, total 64 district, we calculate the population density from here. Okay, so first of all, I have a CSV file. This CSV file I simply join in my attribute table, and from here I just calculated the each district area, and from here I just simply divided population number divided with area. Then I can get the population density of each district. So now I want to make a map for my study area, and I want to make a map, mainly this map called the plate map. Okay, plate map. So I can easily identify where is the high density of population, where is the low density population, where is the medium density population. I can easily get it from here. So after doing that, I simply click on here and go to the properties and go to the symbology. You can see the symbology, and from the symbology I can get the categories. And in this time, quantiles, click on here, you can see quantiles. In this time, you can see the graduate colors. So in this time, you simply select your value. I want to put the value about the density. Okay. Suppose here you can see it make the some classes. So here I can get 84 to 688. So it's show another. So it's the low density. It's the high density. Okay. So you can see low, very low, low, moderate, high, very high. We can just classify this range. So 84 we can get. In this time, we also put here the some styling. Suppose I want to show only for the two digit after integer value, 2 digit. So for that, simply click on here and format level, and I simply put here the 2. Then it show about the 2 digit after your integer value. Okay, and further you can use here the in different types of color. So in this time, I'm going to use this color, and then apply and OK. So now you can see it create this type of map. In this time, we can find out this region, mainly Dhaka city. It show the high density of population. Okay. Also, you can see this. We can represent it, as well as if you want, you can simply go to the properties, and you can use different types of color. Suppose you can see I want to show this type of color. So the low show this type of, simply apply and OK. So now it show this type of color, as well as you can see, suppose you want to increase the class. In this time, it shows total 5 class. Suppose I want to make the total 10 class. Okay, so now it's make the total 10 class. And you that they can easily add any types of color. Suppose click on here, or any color, any suitable color, you can simply use in here. Suppose this client to use in here, apply and OK. Okay, so from here we can easily get this class, and we can easily identify which area is the very high on. We can easily identify. So in this time, I just simply make the total 5 class. So just use at the 5, and I also use at that the color distribution. Suppose this type of color, or you can use at this. There's a lot of color is available. You can see. So for the population, I think this color, we are just, it's a low. I want red color identify with the high density. I want to show this that. Suppose, yeah. So I want to use it. Fine. Okay. So now I can get, so it's a white color show about the low density. It's not better, so just I try to fix the better color or use it, apply and OK. So now you can get this type of color. So basically this type of color, you can see this type of color identify about the low density of population. Okay, this type of color identify low density. Okay, and it show about that high density. Okay, so we can easily identify. So as well as if you want to represent it as a map, so for that, if you want, you can simply click on, you can see the layout view, click on here, and you can simply make your map about the population density map. And in this time, if you want, you can also in this map, suppose I want to add here the label. Okay, mainly label show about the name. Suppose click on the shape file and go to the properties, and you can see the levels. So click on the levels. In this time, you can click on here label features. Okay, and here you can see which level you want to display. If you want, you can display the density, okay, of each district. Suppose click on here and just increase the size, suppose 14, and hold and apply and okay. So now it display the, you can see population density, but it's not look better. It show this type of things from here. So we are also styling in here. Suppose click on here and go to the level. I simply increase it, decrease the size of this population. I simply put it as suppose 10, apply and okay. So now let's check. Okay, so it also look like this. Or go to the properties. It also better to use. You just use here the district name. Suppose I put here, you can say this district name and then apply and okay. So now it show about the is district name. Okay, and just simply click on here for increasing your map size. Suppose I increase again. So now you can see I also increase the frame size. So for that, click on the file. I can see the page and print setup. Click on here and uncheck it and put here the suppose width. I simply put here the width is that suppose 13 in C, and height suppose put here the suppose 14 in C and okay. So now I can get this type of picture. I simply click on here, increase it. Okay, and then simply click on here, fixed with my study area. Okay, and further I want to suppose in level for this name. Simply click on the properties and then increase the level such as suppose, and then ungroup, and further I simply remove it. Suppose it's not needed, I simply delete. Also it delete. Okay, so then I simply put in here and I put here suppose put the suppose the population density. Okay, I put this legend name population density. Okay, and further I simply select all of those things together and make a group and then increase it. Also increase it. Okay, so now it represented the population density map. So further you can easily add here the title. So put the title. Suppose I put the title is that uh, population density map of Bangladesh 2023. This data. So okay. So now you can see added in here. And further you can add here that suppose add here that scale. So click on the insert and you can see the scale bar. I choose it and then go to the properties. I want to select the unit. In this time I select the unit in square kilometer. So here you can see the square kilometer has it in kilometers. Okay. Select, apply and okay. And also okay. So now it create the kilometers unit scale. And further I just make the north line. So for the insert you can see the north arrow. So just I choose it this north arrow and just put it here. Okay, and further if you want you can also add the yeah.
Even the images you can you
Which
can
one?
insert
Which one?
images. The image, the picture.
Yeah, yeah.
We can insert. Yeah, okay.
Okay, so basically in this time we can
So
create it from the CSV data. Suppose I have a CSV data, tabular data, and I have a shape file. Okay, so first of
yeah,
all, I simply join
yeah.
it with my shape file, and
Mhm,
I can get this type of things from here. Okay, you can see I can
mhm,
get the population, this data. I simply join, and further I calculated the area of each district. Suppose this district how much area, this district how much area. You can calculate the area, and then calculate the density. Density mainly total number of population divided by total area. Then we can get the density. Okay, and further we are
okay,
just make the map. So just I simply click on here and go to the properties, and in this properties we can easily find out a option symbology. Here you can see the symbology, and from this symbology we select the value. Okay, so which value I want to use to make the map. In this time I want to make the density map, so I select the density value. Okay, and then further I choose my class or color table from here, and also just formatting about that. Suppose I just simply click on here and format. I take only for the 2 digit after the integer value. So now I can get a 2 digit. So then apply and okay, it create this map.
yeah.
Okay.
So about the title,
Yes.
how how we can make the backgrounds of color. I mean, if I want to just to make some, I want to put the back color.
Okay. So you want to add the background color of this title.
Back color, yes, this
Okay, understand. So for that you can easily do it. Suppose you can simply it is a color. Only this color show about that only for the font color. Suppose I want to add then it shows a red color. But you want to add here that this background you want to
no,
add
the
a
back, yeah,
color.
the
Okay,
back
background
color,
color.
yeah.
So go to the properties. Suppose I select this color, and from here we are just color, format text, advanced text, marks. Okay, okay. Let's just increase this. Suppose I increase it, suppose 20 or 28 or so bold. Okay, apply. So now we are just add this color, this type of color
Okay.
in your title. As well as you can also do another thing. Suppose you are just take a text, or you can if possible you can also try to add. Suppose you can find out a draw tool. You can see the draw, click on the draw, and you can simply draw a rectangle. Suppose you can simply draw the rectangle in here. Okay, and further click on this rectangle. I can see here the properties. In these properties you can use here the different types of fill color. Suppose you can see different types of color. You can simply fill color. Suppose I use here the green color and apply, and okay, so it's a kind of green color. So further you just make a insert a title. You can see title, this title you can simply overlay on this color. Okay, so it's another way to add the background
Uh,
color of a
uh,
title or any text.
this way is good. Yeah.
Yeah, so for that you can easily add any just make it draw the rectangle and then select the color, and from here you can easily show the color. As well as suppose you want to just add the color in the legend item, simply go to the properties. Here you can see frame. You can see the frame, you can see the border. So if you want, you can also add here the border, different types of style of border. You can easily add background color. Suppose you are just use here any types of specific color. You can see that the lot of color is available. So I want to use this background color and apply and okay. So now you can see this legend is also add this type of things. So I want to add here the suppose I want to add the normal background. So 0.1 apply and okay. So now it also better to use the background color with the legend. And further, if you want, you can also add here the background color on your map. Suppose click on the properties. So here you can see the frame. Here you can see the frame. You can easily add here the different types of background color. Suppose I add this color and then apply and okay. So now I can see this map is also add a background color. Okay, this type of color added in this map. Okay, and
So yeah, you try to add the base map.
yeah. So
Is it
for adding the
important?
base map, so for
In
that you
this,
can yeah.
in which case we need to add the base map?
So basically base map we can use at the different types of base map. You can say the add base map. So from here we can
Yeah,
easily add.
in which case? In which case we need to add the
Okay,
base
so
map
basically
in
it's
the
neat
column?
when you want to make your map more beautiful. Okay, but
Okay.
sometimes suppose you want to make the more beautiful map, then you can easily add here the base map, because when you want to add the base map, then it's then we can easily identify for this area what is that. Suppose it is the ocean, we can easily get from here the ocean. Okay, so we can easily identify this type of feature, and there are the lot of base map we can easily add, such as topographic, or also we can easily add here the satellite base map. So different types of base map we can easily add in here.
Okay.
Okay, so further in this time, suppose I want to add here the grid code, mainly latitude and longitude about this map. So for that, simply go to the insert and not insert, go to the layers, these layers and properties, and further go to the grid option. You can see the grid. So click on the new grid and click to the next. Appearance levels only, select and next. I am to show only for the major division. To uncheck the minor division ticks. Okay. Then next. Then next. Okay. Then go to the properties. And from the properties, we are just set some option such as vertical labels left and right. Then increase the grid level size, suppose 11, and bold. Okay. And lines. Okay, it's okay. It's also okay. Axis. Ticks inside. Also inside. Okay. Then apply and okay. Apply and okay. So now it also added, you can see this type of grid line, but it looks very small. Okay, so for that I simply increase the size, then it also better looking. And just I simply take some space from this side. So now I simply go to the layers again. From here go to the I can see the properties and go to the levels. I simply increase the level size or font size. So here you can see the 11. I simply increase suppose 18. Apply and okay. Apply and okay. So now it's better. So just I more space you can see because more space. More space. Okay, so now I want to create this map, population density map, and this my legend. Here I can find out this type of color. You can see this type of color. Identify about that. This region: Satkira, Khulna, Bagerhat, Borguna, Patuakhali, Bhola, Rangamati, Ghagrasari, Bandarban, Sunamganj. This type of region, population density range 84 to 600, 668. This range. Okay, and this you can see the 668 to 1239, all of those color represented this density. Okay, and we also get the yellow color density, so mainly this type of region, Feni, Chattogram, Kumilla, Gazipur, Norsingdi, Brahmanbaria, Munshiganj, Jadpur, we can get the population density 1239 to 1904. Okay, and we can also get this region. This population density is that 1904 to 4194, and it's a very high density of population in the Dhaka city. We can get it. It's a high. Okay, so further, I just simply make the map. Click on the file, and you can see the export map. I put this map name, suppose Dhaka city, sorry, Bangladesh population density map 2023. Okay, and resolution DPI 300, and then save it. I simply save in the desktop and save. So now it's saving, you can see. And now I simply open and show you the map, how it will look like. Just open. So now you can see we can create this type of map. So it's the Bangladesh density map, population density map 2023. And from here you can easily get the higher the density is the high, higher the density is the low. We can easily identify from this map. Okay, so basically in this time we just try to learn how we can easily add the tabular data. Okay, suppose this data can be anything. Suppose in this time I can find out the population data for each district, but suppose you have the another data. It can be your how many people use the laptop, or how many people use the iPhone. So how many people in affected in the COVID situation. So this type of things you can easily relate it, and you can easily convert into the map and display this result in your map. Okay, so in this time I put the example for the population, but not only for the population, any kinds of tabular data we can easily relate with a special or location, and we can easily represent it as a map. Okay, so you can say I already create this map, so it's the same data set I want to use, but in this time I also add the base layer, base map. You can see, so now I can easily identify it's a Bay of Bengal. Okay, so you can easily identify this type of region, and we also get the very beautiful scenario of this map. So basically this is the process to create this map using the tabular data. So any kinds of tabular data, first of all you need to make the CSV file. Okay, so this CSV file you need to import in your data, and you need a shape file about your location, and both of file you need a common field. In this time you can see my tabular data, this common field is the feed. Okay, and district name, it is a common field. I also get the same field also in my shape file. So you can see my shape file, feed, and district name. Okay, it's a common field. You must need a common field. Must minimum one common field you need to join the CSV with your shape file. Okay, so in this time I just
So
simply click. Yeah.
the common for field here, we can use the number. Or it should be the number.
So first of all, you need to create the common field. Suppose I have a data. In this time, you can see this is my data, and this data contains the district name. Okay, you can see district name.
Yeah.
Okay, I have to create my same shape file or same boundary shape file. We
So
have the same
in
district
this
name.
case,
Yeah,
the common field should be the district.
district name and feed, both of things. Okay, if you want, you can use either
Uh,
the district or feed, because in this time, but minimum one common field we need. Minimum one, because
okay.
when I join it, you can see when I click on the shape file, and you can see the join. You can see join. In this
Yeah.
time, I need to choose a field. Okay, you can see. In this time, I have to check which field is common, both of files, CSV file and CSV file. So in this time, I can use at the district name. It also okay, no problem. As well as I can also use at the feed. It also okay, no problem.
Okay.
Okay, then just simply join, and further we can easily create this type of a special distribution map, and we can easily create the density map, population density map, COVID infection density map, lot of things we can easily do. And get the lot of data set from here.
Okay.
Okay, so basically this is the process. Using this process, you can easily create any types of data. You can easily convert into your map and display the result, such as population density, then wind speed. Or in this time, we talk about the another data. So it's very important algorithm. So using this algorithm, we can create the lot of map. It's called the IDW. Okay, so it's the interpolation. Okay, so this data called the interpolation. It's called the inverse distance weighting interpolation. So mainly, what is the interpolation? Interpolation mainly identify the unknown value. Okay, depend on the distance. Suppose in this time, here my total 3 point. You can see this point 1, 2, 3. Total 3 point is available. So I know this value is the 10. I also know this value is the 10. I know this value is the 12. But I don't know what's the value for this location. But I also know about the distance. Suppose this point to this point distance is 850. This point to this point distance is the 750. This point to this point distance is the 350. So now I just use this distance weighting interpolation and then find out the unknown values. So it's called the interpolation. So mainly interpolation estimate the unknown values with the spacing the search distance, closest point, power setting and barriers. So in this time I know this value, I also know this value, I also know this value, but I don't know what is the value. But I know about their distance from here. I know about the distance. So now I can easily apply the IDW and I can easily get this value and we can easily create this map. So now let's check about the common algorithm. You can see here, in this time, I know I simply check it from the ground truth data. It's that mainly this data represented about your level, water, groundwater level. Okay. So in this location, suppose this location, when I go the 27.81 meter, then I can find out the water. This location. Okay. Suppose this location, when I go to the 65.97 meter, then I can get the water. Okay, on the groundwater. Suppose this region 31 and this region 66, this region 44, this region 54, 54, this is the 21. Okay, so now I want to know this value for my specific region, and now I want to use it as a inverse distance weighting and interpolation, and I want to find out what's the unknown for this study area, what's the unknown water ground level. Okay, and when I apply these things here, you can see I can get this type of region. Here I can find out the water. You can see the color also, 21 to 26 meter. When I go to the 21 to 26 meter, then I can get this water body from here. Or also you can see this color anywhere 27 to 30, 31 to 35. Okay, I just make the some classes. And you can see this type of red color, it show the high 63 to 66. So this type of region 66 also you can see. So just we are use here the interpolation method and then make this type of map. Not only for this, any kind of map. Suppose you know for this region it's the precipitation or wind speed or any kinds of value you know for this specific point, but you want to know about you want to make the for other region, okay, which value you don't know. So for that you can easily use the IDWI technique. You can create this type of map. So let's go how we can do that in ArcMap. So for that I simply open a, okay, so just I open a new window. Okay, so in this time I just simply open my data set which I want to use in here. So here I can get some locational data. Okay, so I just simply open it from E drive. Just I simply, okay, third you can see. In this time I talk about this data, mainly groundwater level data. Okay, so in this time this data represented about the well ID, location, HANA, also provide the latitude and longitude, and also provide the groundwater level in meter. Okay, so in this time here I can get this type of data, and now I want to use this data and then try to apply IDW and then make the result of IDW for the make the map, so that I can easily identify about the unknown region. So this is my data. Here I must need the longitude, latitude and longitude. When you want to apply the IDW, you must need the longitude, latitude and longitude. These things you must need. Okay, and also need the
So,
this type of value. Yeah.
so this value where we can found it.
Okay, so in this time it's our ground truth data. We can simply go to the field and then well ID. Suppose I can simply go to the dark the soil and then simply find out. So and also measure this value. Suppose I can find out the 27.81 meter, then I can get the water level for this location. Okay, so basically it's a ground, mainly you need to the ground water level data, as well as also some data is available for the online. Suppose for our it's mainly private data. Suppose I simply search where for my Bangladesh is also available. Suppose water ground ground level data. You can see the groundwater level data. But this website is not work in this time. I think some restriction for this use it. Also we try to, okay, so water level data. Okay, so this type of data you can get from the your different types of, you can see is the Bangladesh Water Development Board. So this type of data you can easily get from here, and it restricted, but in this time you can see the user login. Okay, so basically it's you can easily get it from your administration level. You can easily get it from that. Such as water level data you can easily get from here. So in this time I try to, as suppose you can select the river. Suppose for the Bangladesh we are just try to, okay, so just I select anyone, and you can see also put the station. So they are also provide some station about that. Search the water level. So now it provide the, you can see the water level for this station. You can get the water level. Okay, for the different year or date, total 30 days we can get from here for this station. It's the Balu River station we can get from here. So which station we need, simply we can generate it from here. Also set the station and select the water level. We can easily get the, also you can get the chart, as well as you can also get it from here for the water level. So in this time we are just use this type of things and then try to, for this specific location coordinate, we find out the water level 27.81, and this data set is for 2010. Okay, so this data set is not updating, so it is the 2010 data I use in here for your example. Okay, you can see I can get this type of data from here. So now I want to use this data and then make the map. Okay, so first of all, this data I need to convert CSV file. Okay, so first of all I need to make the data in CSV file. And not only for this data, any data set. Suppose you have a precipitation data set for a specific station, you can apply the same process. You have a wind speed data set, you can apply the same process. You have a suppose sound level or sound pollution data set for the specific coordinate for the sound pollution. You are just apply the same process. So using this process, you can easily make the different types of maps, such as rainfall map, precipitation map, sound pollution map, as well as you can also make for that different types of interpolation we can easily do using the same approach. So first of all, you need to simply just save as. So click on here and then save it as a CSV file. So browse and simply select that, you can see CSV, and put this, suppose I put the name, suppose groundwater level CSV. Put any name and then save it, because we are just only import the CSV data in our ArcMap. So now simply go to your file directory which I already imported. So go to the third day and then simply refresh it. So refresh button. So now simply go to the data, and here you can see groundwater level CSV. Okay, so just I simply import. This data is imported. Okay, in this time, what can I do? After importing this data set, I simply click on here. Here you can see the XY, display XY data. XY mainly display the latitude and longitude. Okay, so click on here. In this time here you can see it already show the Z X field is the longitude, Y field is the latitude. It's select. Okay, so now I just simply go to the set the coordinate system. Okay, so just click on the edit and set the geographic coordinate system. So for that I simply just click on here world, and then I want to set the WGS 984 world geographic system. Okay, and also okay. Yes. So now you can see it show this type of point. Okay, but it shows the CSV event. So in this time, I just simply click on here again, and you can see the data, export data. So I want to export as a point shape file. So you can simply go to your put the file name. Suppose I put this file name is that it mainly point. I simply put the point, and then save it, and okay, and yes. So now it created the point. You can see this type of point it created, and this point you can simply go to the attribute table. Here you can see this point has include some value, groundwater value. Suppose this value is the for my specific point. So now I just suppose add click on here, and I want to add here this type of symbol. Okay, and so you can get the this type of symbol. If you want, you can also add here the suppose level. Suppose click on here, you can see the levels, and further you can simply add the level. Suppose I want to add here the level feature. I want to add the level for groundwater level in meter. Yeah, increase the size, suppose 12 meter volt, and apply, and okay. So here you can say I can get this point and also get their groundwater level value. Okay, so I can get the groundwater level value for a specific point. So now I want to use it. Okay, so I can get, you can see this value, this for this location. When I go to the 27.81 meter, then I can get the water body. When I go to this location, when I can go to the 65.97 meter, then I can get the water. Okay, for this location 31, for this location 66, for this 54. So this is my distance from groundwater level I can get from here. So now I want to use this type of point and then interpolation for my study area. So in this time I simply import my study area. So in this time I get the data for the Dhaka city. So for that I simply apply, I simply import my Dhaka city boundary. So I can get it from my, okay, just I simply import my Dhaka city boundary. So basically it's our district shape file. I simply import. So here I can see this is my shape file which I import. It show the district. Okay, so now I just simply clip my study area. So I simply click on the lasso tool. You can see the lasso, and click on here. So now it's selected. Okay, so further click on here, and you can see the data, export data, and I give a name about my file. Suppose it put the name, suppose Dhaka. Okay, then save it. So now I create a boundary shape file of Dhaka city. Yes, I want to add a layer. Okay, and remove that. It not need for this time. It also not need. Okay, so now you can see here I can get the two things. One is that my boundary, a specific boundary, as well as I also get my some point location, point value for the water level. So for this point 27, 65, 31, I can get the point value. So now I want to make the interpolation, and I already discussed about the interpolation method, how it will work. So mainly interpolation method we are used to estimate the unknown values. Okay, and it's mainly depend on the specifying the distance and closest point, power sitting and barriers. So in this time we are just apply the IDW and try to find out the other values for the water ground level. Okay, using this type of distance. So for that it's very easy. Just simply click on the catalog, and here you can find out a option. This option called the special analyst tool. So simply system toolbox. Here you can see the special analyst tool. Click on here. And further go to your, you can see here, mainly you can find out in your interpolation. You can see interpolation. And there's a lot of interpolation. So further class I will try to discuss about that other. In this time I talk about the IDW. Okay. Inverse distance weighting. So just simply click on here. And from here I can simply click on the input. Input mainly your point, which contains the value of, and z value mainly you can select your ground level column. So mainly this column is stored the ground water level data. Okay, simply select that, and after that simply go to the environment, and here you can see the xy processing unit extend, processing extend. Click on here, and extend mainly same as layer of Dhaka. Click on here. Okay, and then go to the another tool. It's called the raster analysis. You can see the raster analysis. Click on here, and in this time use the max with your Dhaka. Okay, then okay. After that simply okay. So now it create the interpolation and create the map of IDWI map, and we can easily identify for the other region what is the condition of the water level of Dhaka city. Okay, so now you can see it create this type of things. You can see you can say I can create this type of map from here. I can get. So in this time I simply click on here and go to the properties, and further you can see the symbology. From the symbology you can see it show the total 9 class. Okay, so in this time I want to show as a total 5 class, so use at the 5, and I want to add after the, I want to only show the only two integer, floating number after integer. So click on here, and you can the format levels, I set it the 2 digit 2, then okay. So now it's select, and in this time we can get this range. You can see 21 to 30, 31 to 39, 40 to 48, 49 to 57, 58 to 66. Okay, if you want you can use add the different types of color. So suppose in this time I want to add the color, suppose, so I use it, suppose, yeah, so it's not convenient, I want to use this, suppose blue color, identify about the water level. Okay, so just I simply use the blue, and high distance I want to show as a red color, so it also better. So what, okay, so this color is better for, you can see this time we can get the high distance from water level, we can show as the red color, and low distance we show as the this type of blue color. Okay, so now apply, and okay, so now I can see it create this type of map. Okay, so here we can get this region we find out the water when I go to the 21 to 30 meter, when I go to the depth of the ground level, then I can get the water. For this region, you can see for this region, when I go to the 31 to 39 meter depth, then I can get the water. As well as you can see the 40 to 48. So this type of color, identify about the 40 to 48, and 49 to 57. So this type of color, identify about the this color, 49 to 57, and 58 to 66. 58 to 66, it identify this type of red zone. Red color identify about this type of things. When I go to the 58 to 66, then it shows as a water. So it is a high distance about that. So now in this time, we get it from here. In this time, if you want, you can also make the hillshade view on this map. Suppose go to the properties, and if you want, you can also hit the hillshade view. You can see the use hillshade effect. Okay. So when I click on here and then apply and okay, so now I can see it create this type of view or hillshade view. It create. Okay. So in this time, it's not convenient for that. I simply use the normal view. It also look better. So just I uncheck it and then apply and okay. And if you want, you can also add here the point. Suppose you can see the point and it look like that. Suppose I use here the normal sample. Suppose circle I want to use, and also increase decrease the size for this circle. I put the circle color is the suppose red and apply. Okay, so now you can see this value I can get 27. Also you can see. So basically this is my ground data. So this ground data I want to apply the IDWI and try to find out the neighboring. What is the happen on the neighboring situation of the
So
groundwater level?
it means the first one is the points,
Yes.
the point of the distance. So the distance 27.8. It means the distance of water points.
It is a
Oh, yeah.
groundwater water. So when for this point, when I go to the 27.81 meter, then I can take the water. I get the water body. Okay. And
Yeah. Yeah.
this region is mainly show about the range you can see 21 to 30. Okay,
Yeah.
this region. Okay, this range maintains. And for this region, this color, this region maintains the 31 to 39 meter. This range. Suppose this type of yellow color identify about that 40 to 48 meter. So any reason when I can go to the 40 to 48 meter, I can get the water. And this type of region when I
So
can get,
this water
yeah,
is in terms of the deep. When you are in terms of deep, this water. We are
yes,
talking about yeah. When we want to find the water, the kilometer or the meter of the deep,
yes, it's
right?
a meter 2781 meter. This
Meter,
is yeah,
yeah, meter in terms of deep,
yes, depth of water ground
deep.
level depth. It's the mainly depth. So when I can go to the
Uh,
27.81 depth, then I can get the water. Okay.
okay, okay,
Okay.
I understand.
And here you can see it showing the 21.1 very low. This reason is that it's nearby river. So if you want to check my base map, it also better. Suppose I want to add a base map. So in this time it's not available because I think some problem for the crack software. But I already create this map. I show you that. Suppose for my final map, which I create in my desktop. Where is it? Suppose you can see. You can see this map. This region is very near to the water because you can see the river is also passing through in here. So that's why when I can get only for that region, when I can go only for that 21-meter depth, then I can get the water. Okay. So basically, this is the process for creating the interpolation. Not only for that, any data set, it can be suppose your precipitation data set, or your suppose you have some precipitation data set for a specific location or value. So you can easily make the interpolate and make the rainfall map or precipitation map or sound level map, as well as also other discrete data set we can easily represent from here. So in this time, suppose I show you the another thing is that contour. Okay. So first of all, what is the contour? Contour is mainly identify for the same level data. Suppose same data set. Suppose you can see it's the same. Okay, the same. It also same. It also same. This table same. So in this
Up
time,
to
yeah,
please,
please.
we have two circle. They're like two circle. The first one, I understand the first one. So the second one, you have the color is very high, like blue. You have the first blue and the second circle, the bubble, like it's not so blue. So, so the first blue, yeah, this the first blue
Yes, yes.
means what? This bubble, yeah, it means what is the meaning of the first blue? Because the reds, I know that it is the meta is okay, but the second blue, it's what
This one.
means what? No, the first one, yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
In this time, you can see I can take the data from here. Okay. So from here, but in this time it make
yeah.
the interpolation and it also provide me the range about that. So for this location, when I go to the 21 to 30 meter depth, this range I can get the water. And also you can see 2781 is all is also this range. Okay, 2781 is also this range. Okay, so in this time overall, suppose for this location, when I go to the 21 to 30, then I can get the water body. Okay, and location, for this location, when I go 31 to 39 meter depth, then I can get the water body. Okay, okay, any confusion?
Yeah. No,
Okay,
no.
okay. So now I talk about the
Can we?
contour. Suppose I just simply click on here and I want to make the contour shape. So for that, I simply click on the surface toolbox. Here you can see the toolbox called the surface. Yeah, surface. And click on here. You can see the contour. Double click and input raster. In this time, I want to make the contour for this map. So mainly contour help you to generate the same value. Okay. So just I simply select the IDW and then you can see the contour interval. So in this time, I simply put here the interval is that suppose many depend on our this range. Suppose in this time we can get the 5186. So I make the contour interval suppose 10 meter, okay, or or 11 meter, okay,
Mm.
and select the base contour suppose 15 because 21 just okay just I randomly put this value and now check about the contour first what we can get from here. Okay, in this time we can see it make the contour this type of contour. Okay, so it can see it's a contour. Also you
Mhm.
can see contour mainly same value. Okay, so in this time this range this value show as the same value. Also it's this line all of value will be same. This line all of value will be same. This line all of value is the same. And it means that suppose this value is the 21, so all of those line all of the circle 21 meter depth. Okay, suppose it's the 65, suppose all of those line we can get the same value. Okay, it's also better when I want to just decrease this. Suppose I simply uncheck it and then try to make the contour again. In this time I just show the contour IDW point and contour interval is simply put at the interval suppose every 5 meter, and base contour it will be start from the suppose I put here the suppose uh 4 meter. Okay, then we check what example we can get. Okay, in this time we can see we can get the more contour line. Okay, so in this time this value, this contour represented the same value. This line represented the same value. This line represented the same value. Okay, also this line represented the same value. This line represented the same value. In this time we are just make this type of contour and which represented the same value. Suppose this represents the same distance or same depth of water level, and you can easily change the color from here the contour line. You can use at the different types of symbol you can easily use. Suppose I use at the red color. Okay, so you can get this type of things from here. So in this time, suppose I calculated the area, mainly 21 to 30, how much area? 31 to 39 meter depth, how much area? 40 to 48, how much area? Then 49 to 57, how much area? 58 to 66, how much area is available? I want to calculate it. So for calculating that, we have to use a function, this function called the reclassify. Okay, so I simply go to the catalog tool and you can say reclass. Okay, click on the reclass and you can say the reclassify. In this time we reclassify and then make the data. So I simply input raster. So mainly this my raster. You can see it the total show about the total 5 class 1 2 3 4 5, and which I set the range 21 30. It just show the same. Okay, and classified with the value. So if you want, you can also click on the classify, and you can also increase the class level also about that. I took the total 4 class. You can just take the 5 class. Okay, no problem. And then also okay. And now I classify. So just simply click on the okay. So now it classified, you can see. And classify total 5 class. You can see it classify total 5 class. Okay, you can see it classify total 5 class. So this class mainly 21 to 30. This one class 31 to 39 is the 2-number class. 40 to 48 is the 3-number class, and 49 to 57 4th-number class. 58 to 60 it's the 5th-number class. If you want, you can also add here the class name. It also better. Suppose in this time I simply put here that class name. Suppose I put this name is that this class is very suppose very low. I put this name very low. Then put here that low distance. Okay, and put here that suppose moderate. Then put here that suppose high, and put here that suppose very high. Okay, so now I can get the some class. So very low distance, low, moderate, high, and very high distance. Simply apply, and okay. So now it's set. So now I want to calculate from here. If you want, you can also change the color also. Suppose I simply click on here and I show the very low region. I simply show this type of color. Suppose this type of color. I want to show the low. Suppose this type of color. Suppose moderate. I want to show this type of green color. High. I want to show this type of yellow color. Very high. I want to show this type of red color. Okay, you can use any color and apply and okay. So now it generate this type of map, and from here I have to calculate the area. Okay, so for calculating this area, okay, I think this color is not look better, so I want to change it. Suppose I want to put the better color for visualization. Okay, I put the for the model I simply put here this type of color. Okay, so now it's better. We can easily identify all of this class. In this time, I have to calculate the area. Okay, for calculating this area, first of all, you need to make the mainly raster to vector. So it's a raster. Okay, so this raster I want to simply convert into vector. So for that, you can simply go to the conversion tool. Here you can see the conversion tool. Where is it? You can see, yeah, for conversion toolbox. Click on here, and you can see from raster, because it's a raster format. Okay, raster to polygon. Click on here and simply input raster. Your reclass, which you reclass this file, and also set the value same, and then okay. So now it convert raster to vector. You can see as a polygon, you can get the polygon. Okay. So now further, I just simply open this attribute table, and here I can get this type of things. Here you can see. Okay. I can get the 1, 2, 3. You can see 3, 2, 1, 5, 4. I can get this type of value. In this time, the similar grid code I need to merge. The similar grid code I just need to merge. So for that, go to the geoprocessing tool, and you can see the resolve tool. Click on here, and input feature. In this time, you can simply input feature mainly raster T raster class 1. So just simply select and click on the grid code, because similar grid code I need to merge. So simply click on the grid code and then okay. After that, it create the new file. You can see resolve file. So just I simply open this attribute table, and you can see I can get the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, total 5 class. Okay. So now further, I just add a field. So click on the add field, and I put this field name, suppose water level distance, and then text. Okay. Yes. So now I just simply add the level. Okay. Suppose for that, I in this time I want to add the name. So for adding the name, I simply click on here again, and you can see the edit feature, start editing. And now just click on here and add the name. Suppose I put this name, it's a very low distance of water level. It's a low distance of water level. It show about that moderate distance of water level. It show about the high distance, and it show the very high. I just put this name, and then simply stop editing, and yes. So now further, I just add a new field and calculated the area. Okay. So for that, simply click on the add field. You can see add field, and I put the suppose area. Okay. And then put at that double, and okay. So just in this time, click on here, field calculator, and yes, sorry, hit the calculate geometry. So click on the calculate geometry, calculate geometry. Yes. In this time, here you can see, so the area disabled. Okay. Because in this time, we are just using the geographic coordinate system. Okay. In this time, we convert it into projected coordinate system. For doing that, I do the same things. So simply go to the layers and go to the properties, and you can see the coordinate system. In this time, I choose the projected coordinate system. So for that, you can see the projected. Click on here and go to the UTM projected marketer. So then simply go to your WGS 9084 and Northern Hemisphere. For my region of interest in Bangladesh, this is the 46-degree north. Okay? 45 or 46. I use the 46, no problem. And okay. So now I just simply click on here again, and you can see the calculate geometry. So now we can easily calculate the area. You can see area is available. Okay. So further, I simply select my suppose square kilometer. I simply select, and then okay, and yes. So now you can see it calculated the area. Okay. Here you can see we find out the very low region, 8.4 square kilometer. Very low, we can get 78. Moderate, we can get the 147, and high 50, and very high 14.62 square kilometer area. Okay. So now further, I want to calculate the percentage. Suppose It show only for the value. I want to calculate the percentage. For the percentage, I just simply click on here and add a field and put this value, suppose percentage, and put here this percentage as the double, and okay. And now simply click on here, and before that I need to calculate the total area for find the percentage. So click on here, you can see the statistics. Click on the statistics. We can easily get the maximum, minimum, sum. So I simply copy the sum value because the total area 299.19 square kilometer. Simply copy this value. I need the value in the percentage for calculating. Click on the field calculator. Then yes. In this time, percentage equal, we can say that area divided by total area into 100. Okay. So area, mainly this column area divided by total area in multiply with 100. Then I can get the percentage of each class area. So now okay. So now I can see it calculate the area. About that we can get from here 2.801%, 26.10%, 49%, 16%, 4%. So now it also show about that area of each classes. So very low we can get the 2% area. Low distance we can get that 26.10%. Moderate 49.23%. High we can get that 16.95%. Very high 4.8%. So we are also calculated the area also for our study for the distance of water level using the interpolation. Okay, so further, if you want, you can also make the, suppose in this time we can get it from this layer. So just I simply go to the properties and go to the symbology categories. I simply set here that suppose uh, water level distance area. Suppose I select the area, you can get, we are also considered the classified also the area. Suppose it show about the 8.4, or if you want you can also add here the, suppose uh, water level distance we add in here, add field. So it show the very high, high, low, very low. Okay, so in this time I simply put here the, suppose high show as a red color. I need to show in here for the visualization, red color. Okay, then low I want to show as a, suppose blue color. Suppose this blue color I have to show. Then moderate I want to show, suppose moderate, where you use at the, suppose this type of green color. Then very high I want to show this type of gray color. And very low we want to show this type of color I want to show. Okay, so now apply and okay. So now you can get this type of things, you can see. Okay, so it show the very high distance. Okay, it show the very high depth of water level, this color. Okay, so further if you want, okay, it also better you can use it this. Okay, so after that I just simply open my pivot table from here, and I want to make a chart. So simply click on here, you can see the graph option, create the graph. So click on the graph. So in this time I can use the different types of style. I want to make a pie chart. So for that you can simply select, you can see the pie chart. I simply select, and I want to make the pie chart for mainly it represented about the percentage. Okay, and you can see, and further you can see the mass with layer. Okay, it's okay, no problem. Show the border. Okay, if you want to show the border, it will be show the border, it will be better, no problem. And after that simply click on the next option, and here you can see the graph title. I put here the graph title is that water level depth, distance, area. So military represent the area. Okay, As well as if we want to show the 3D graph in view, click on the 3D, we can get the 3D map. You can see 3D view, it also represents the 3D view. So in this time, we will add this, no problem. Graph legend, add the graph legend. I put at the graph legend title is that suppose area per sentence. Area per sentence you can get. If you want, you can use it at the bottom, then it show the bottom. This type of things you can get. Or if you want, you can see the top option, it show the top. Or you can see the right, it show the right or left. You can easily add in. And then axis, if you want, you can also add in here. Suppose the title, you can add the title about that. Okay, axis properties. In this time, we don't need. And further, you can simply, if you want to add the food or anything, suppose you can put anything. Suppose figure 1. Okay, this type of thing you can add in here. Then finish. So now it create the chart, this type of chart in here. For this, simply click on here. Then you can get this type of chart. And which you can see, it also make the pie chart or per sentence. So now I want to make the map. So click on the add data. Okay, and then I simply represent this groundwater level map and also area for each classes. And so further in this time, I just simply click on, I simply increase this map from here. Okay, and we are also add here the legend. Suppose for the legend, click on the insert legend, and I have to show the legend only for this. It's not need. I simply transfer. Also, it's transfer. Also, it transfer from here, and then simply click to the next, next. Okay, so now it create the legend. This type of legend it create, and I simply convert to graphics, and then ungroup, and simply it's not need. I simply remove that. It also not need. Remove that. It also not need. Remove that. And now make a group it. Okay, so high, low, moderate, very high, very low. We can get this type of feature, distance of water level on Dhaka city. And these things we can easily, you can see the option. You can also export it. You can see export option. So click on the export. Then you can easily export the different format. You can see JPG format or PNG file format or PDF format. You can easily export this type of chart. And further, you can easily add in your option. Okay. As well as, I think it is also possible to add in the map. Suppose you can see the properties. Okay, so I want to add this in the map. So click on here. Add to layout. You can see add to layout. Click on here. So now this map is also add in my in this here. I also add in here. So further, I also need to increase the frame size. So just click on here again, and you can see the page and print setup. I want to increase the width. I want to put the width, suppose 17. Then okay. Then I simply add this chart also with my map for your calculation area. So now further, simply click on here and put the proper place, and also hand tool for moving the map. I just put the map in here, and this area I want to calculate. Just rearrange and put this map. I also increase. Okay, so suppose it represent about the area of each class. And further, if you want, you can also add here the title. So same process to the title. I put the title is that groundwater level area F of Dhaka city. I just put in here. Suppose I add the sample also, I simply depth and width suppose 36 and okay, apply and okay. It's a very big size, so I want to just put here 20 or 80 and apply. Okay. Okay, so now further we can easily add here the map scale. So for that insert, and you can see the not there I add here first. Suppose add, and further we can use here that simply click on here again and add the scale bar. So add here the scale bar, and further if you want you can also add here the base map. For that click on here. So add the color about the base, so you can see the frame. I just add from here. I want to add this type of, or yeah, it's better. Apply. And so further we are just, if you want you can also add here the, so further you can simply export it. So export map. Suppose I put this map is the water level area and export in my desktop and save it. Now further you can simply open it from my desktop. Not. Okay, so I can see it show about this groundwater level, groundwater area, level area map of Dhaka city. So in this time, this color identify about the very low, okay, very low distance of water. Okay, so basically we can also get the 2.80 percentage about this area. So this area we can easily find out the water very low distance, and you can see this type of color identify about the very high. Okay, so this region is very high distance, and we can get the how much area, 4.88% area of the high distance. Okay, we can get the moderate. You can see this area is the moderate, this type of color, and also you can see low. This type of distance is low. Okay, so about the low. Also you can see the high, red line about the high. So these are our classified map, and we already created the another map. You can see this map is show only for that groundwater level map in Dhaka city. So basically in this time, it not classified. It just show the value. Okay. And in this map, we are not provide the high value, low distance. We are just make the value. We can see 21 to 26. This can identify about that. 27 to 30. This can identify 31 to 35. So in this time, this same we are just make the classified in this time. So we are just make the classified in this time in here. And this range we are just classified high, low, very high, moderate, and calculated the area and also display this map. Okay. Okay. So any question?
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Your voice is very slow. Not hear you properly. Hello. Hello.
Even I think it's very.
Not hearing you.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah. Not clear.
Not
Hello.
clear. Sorry. I don't
Yeah.
know what's happening. Maybe your connection. Hello.
Yeah. Please.
Maybe your connection. Yeah, connection from my side.
I think some
So
error. Yeah,
I say it's very
your talk is buffering.